This is the line side, the side that's got power. The load, or your spreader, is this side.
So the fuel sensor kept getting spotty readings. Makes sense now.
Right on?
Right on. Power steering voltage sensor. Non-electricians.
Non-electricians. This would always be the supply side. This is where he was getting confused in having it.
The thing was working, but the voltage sensor was reading small, declines. Hey guys, Kapper here. Do you use ATVs on your farm for food plotting? Do you use a seeder and plant your microplots, or a sprayer on the back, or a fertilizer, a spinner? If you do, I'm going to go over something that you probably should pay attention to with these newer ATVs, as I kind of found out the hard way. So join us. We're accessorizing my 2024 Can Am ATV for the sprayer and my spreader up in the front. Let me show you what I did wrong, and hopefully you can avoid it. All right, we're looking at a ATV equipment mod. I'll go over what happened. Okay, so to help make this video make more sense, I'm going to lay out to you what happened. I recently had some troubles with my 2024 Can Am ATV. I took it in for service, which is great. I was overdue, but the problem here was what was going on. The fuel sensor kept flipping an error saying, fuel sensor misreading, and then my power steering was acting wonky. It would work fine for a while, and then it would like cut in and out for a while. So there's the backdrop. Let's get into it now. When I had it serviced here, but this is my sprayer wire for when I spray, use the ATV, and my ATV seeder, I use this 12 volt up here for that. So I got two implements that I run off of this thing. All right, now I'm spraying my new house plot, because the beans are still alive in here. Putting in a plug.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be professional.
Do I do it any other way?
No.
No, yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Occasionally, but when you're doing it for someone else, you always do it the right way.
What do we say, Clark? Good enough for who it's for.
The consummate electrical professional that I had my ends, I had them alligator here. I had just a bare wire negative here, and these sometimes come loose from vibration, and also that wire connection ain't the greatest, so it was shorting out, and that was also causing the ATV troubles. I'm just going to turn the light on here. My fuel I was getting a fuel error, and the power steering was like it was chunking because everything's electronic now, so just a tiniest short here in the battery was causing all the electronics to the sensors to read bad. So this power steering was actually just cutting in and out just because of that short on the battery. So this is basically what I had. I had the ends bare. I had an alligator clip on the positive, and the negative I just had wrapped around, like most of us tend to do, especially when you're in a hurry. But since these electronics were getting a little wonky, luckily nothing fried out, we're doing it the right way this time.
You're lucky you didn't wipe anything out, because they do get stupid.
Yep, nothing actually quit working, the sensors. So the fuel sensor kept getting spotty readings, and the power steering voltage sensor was what happened. So the thing was working, but the voltage sensor was reading small, declines. So I got lucky in that way. And you also got to pay attention to your polarities here. I'm learning good lessons here from Phil, and I'm not even going to get into it as far as telling them apart. Other than that, make sure you're black and you're red, because I mix and matched one of my sprayer cords with my seeder, and the seeder spun backwards, so I actually accidentally inverted it. However, the seeder is made to go both directions. They sell a jumper for it, so it worked out fine. But just pay attention to which one's red, which one is black. All right.
For some of our
Non-electricians.
non-electricians, we'll go with that round. So this would always be the supply side. This is where he was getting confused in having it backwards, because he was flipping it, because you can, if the wires are taped together, put together wrong, it's not going to go. This would be like your pump or your spreader side, because it doesn't have power coming out of it. This is the exposed one. But where it's hot all the time, like our connector over there, receptacle, or if you had just a hot lead hooked up, if you had just had it hooked to the battery, the hot would be this one, so that it can't short against anything and short out. This is how it should always be.
Now it makes sense.
To make, let me see if I can leave it separated just enough. There you go. Yeah, so this would always be the hot side. This would be, for the electricians, line, load. This is the line side, the side that's got power. The load, or your spreader, is this side, so the load side would have the exposed hot on the load side, because the load side, when it's disconnected, doesn't have anything to it, only the line side does.
Makes sense now.
Right on?
Right on.
For a hole in your brand new machine?
Yeah.
Are you gonna cry?
No, not at all.
That thing's thick.
And I'm guessing he's gonna put like the wire nut rounds on the ends of these.
No,
Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly what. Yep. Shop time at Felipe's. I like it. Always learn something new. Pretty basic here. Red goes to positive, black goes to negative.
Hook negative or hook positive up first. Disconnect last. No chance of shorting anything. Go.
There you go.
Bingo. Bingo, bango, bongo.
Don't you need the... All right, my next to last step is my small seed mix. It's got, I think, at least 8 different seeds in here. So here's the new plug. Got a little seal for it. Again, the protected one coming from the battery is your hot. All of this, where I'm gonna get mud in that, I made sure he sealed this up really good so I could spray all this with a hose from mud. It's not gonna be a problem there. And then it goes underneath through a hole here so that you ain't putting your seat back on it. I've been guilty of that myself. And bing, bang, boom. Just about to wrap it up. Whatever. All right, so I wanted Phil to explain it again. It might seem simple to gearheads, but not to everyone. So this cord has the exact same ends on both ends, but it matters which end you plug it in.
Right, because on this end, the black is exposed and the red is contained. On this end, you can't see it, but it's the opposite. Because when we put them together, we did it. So on this end, the red is exposed and the black is contained. So it's always line load. So this is going to be your load, or I'm sorry, this will be your line. See, even I get tongue tied. This is your line side when you use this as your jumper, and this is your load, this is your line. So we did it, I did it this way so that he doesn't forget it right away.
Made it marine proof almost.
Almost marine proof. So that's how it is. So then now that this connection's made, this now is your line that goes into your load, that you're going to plug in your load to the downstream line. The electricians all know what that means, but this should reach pretty close to where you're going, I hope.
Well, even if it doesn't, like I said, the plug is still good. The 12 volt is still good.
You can still do that, but this will work.
And
this will work both ways, but we flagged it so that way he'll get used to it, and you'll start to remember that, oh, that taped end is the end I want to plug in. You'll mentally remember that, or even subconsciously remember it, but this is how it is, because right now, this can touch metal and it's not going to short.
Okay, so real quick again, this is for the non-techies. Kind of like me, this jumper cord has the same end on both ends. So if you plug it in one way, your DC plus, your positive's gonna be on one side. If you plug it in the other way, it's gonna be on the opposite side. That's why I'm really trying to relay this, because I've done this a dozen times. You can plug this cord in either direction. That's why it's important to know which one is the plus, which one is the minus.
This is hot.
But if I had it reversed...
If you had it reversed, then, and this was hot, you could short it out.
Yep.
And you can't do that when it's installed properly.
I got it, man. Actually makes sense. Very nice.
More sense.
Very nice. Much appreciated.
There you go.
We're going to be doing some buggy rehabs here in the coming couple weeks. Some modifications, but looking forward to it. Thanks again, buddy.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay, so if you made it this far, I appreciate it. You're either probably a gearhead, or you're someone that just wants to learn this stuff, for your ATV food plotting and that, or you're just one of our loyal viewers, all of which we appreciate. So stay tuned, because our next project is we're going to take Phil's like 25 or 30-year-old Yamaha golf cart, and we're going to put a red lithium pack in it, and we're going to document that whole process. That's next on our list. Actually, it's done. We just need to get the video posted. So thanks a lot. If you enjoy it, hit the like button, consider sharing it for us, and best of luck to all you food plotters and gearheads out there. Take care. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks a lot.